Welcome to the Business Buyer Diaries. My name is Nathan Platter. I'm a full-time employee, and I bought a business. I did everything right, from finding the deal, handling all the due diligence on 63 opportunities, and ultimately bought a profitable gym. And boy, was I in for a big surprise as a new owner. I chronicled everything in real time, including the biggest wins to the stressful nights at 2 a.m. I'm sharing my journey without sugarcoating anything, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Here's today's episode.
All right, just hopped off the phone with the seller, and we're crashing together how we're going to tell the staff about the transition. So we closed the deal maybe next Friday, so 7 days from now. It'll probably get kicked out, so 14 days from now. What I foresee happening is we want the managers to know about it before the close. Some of the roles will slightly shift because right now they have an outside sales rep closing the deals. And that'll be transitioned into this one club because that one person is really leads for 3 clubs. And since there'll only be one club to start, a manager at the one club will now be handling the organic leads from social media, web traffic, walk-ins, everything that's organic. I'm working with some friends that do marketing for gyms specifically, and it's a pay per booking model. So they do all the lead generation, scheduling, and then the appointment setting. And then once they walk through the door, I pay them a fee. And then my team does the walkthrough, the sign up, and then the close. So that's what we're currently slated for the paid side. But what I'm reason for this episode is I'm actually really grateful for the seller. The seller is very conscientious and wanting to make sure that I don't get into a bind with the reveal of this, because it could be scary for the staff. It could be exciting, but they need to have that safe space, that emotional. I don't want to say safe space because they're not soft. They're very good people. They're not gonna crumble when something scary happens, but they need that space to vent, to ask questions, to celebrate with the seller, or to figure out how they want to interact with me going forward. And so what we're scheduling to do, and we'll see how this all plays out. The seller is going to meet with the staff at 10:30, and then I'm gonna come into the studio at 11 a.m. The last class ends at 10 o'clock. So they're going to, it's going to be completely empty studio. The last class from 9 to 10 a.m. And so at 10:30, the 2 managers will be there and they'll get the news. And then I'll come in at 11. And so that way they can ask questions to the seller. They can ask, why are you selling? Who are you selling to? What's your next venture? Are you still be around? Are you still reachable? Whatever they want to ask. And then I'm really grateful that we're not going to just both be in the same room. We thought about maybe we're both in the same time, but the staff, they want to react a certain way to the seller, and then they may want to react differently to me. And so by giving them some wiggle room on how that all plays out, I think that's going to be the right way to go. We'll pitch it with the broker this afternoon, since we're having a weekly check-in today. But that's the game plan. And the last thing you want to do is drop a bombshell and people scatter, they panic, or they leave, because I need the staff. They're stellar. They're really good. They've treated me well as a member. They've treated everyone around me really well. They've got a great system in place, and this is gonna be a big surprise for them. They don't even know that I've been. I was thinking about there's a TV show called The Prophet with Marcus Lemonis. But Marcus, you and I will be sharing a stage one day. I see it in my eye, and it's gonna happen. So get ready. We're gonna work together on something big. I'm excited for it. That aside, in The Prophet, though, people apply to get onto the show. They have a conversation. Marcus checks it out, the business, for 1 or 2 days. And the staff knows that there's a potential deal in me. So it's almost a surprise when Marcus I bought a 50% stake for this much money. They know this is one. This is going to come out of left field with no heads up whatsoever. And so the bigger the surprise, the bigger the reaction, is my hunch. So we thought about that. We're not going to do it. So we'll see how it rolls. We're going to bounce by the broker, but I'm really grateful the seller and I are getting along nice. I can't imagine doing this where I only like the deal but hated the seller, or I liked the seller but the seller thought that I was a pile of garbage. I can't imagine working with people I don't get along with. So that's something for future deals, I'm only going to work with people that I can get along with. If people intentionally cause drama or try to sabotage whatever is in the works, and it's not the deal for me. So that's the latest update. We'll see how it rock and rolls, but tag team with the seller on transition and think of it, they know their staff better than you do, and you have a future to protect, and they have the next transition to protect. So make sure you're both aligned on how things go, and have those open conversations.
This has been another episode of the Business Buyer Diaries. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I hope you're realizing that business ownership is no cakewalk. Check the podcast notes for a link to the DIY due diligence program, the complete list of show sponsors, and for media inquiries. Music written and composed by Wes Schrock. I'm your host, Nathan Platter. Join me again on the next one.